Alright, makeup geeks, I'm going to show you guys today how to pair eyeshadows together to create tons of different looks. There's lots of looks you can do. Sometimes it's confusing when you're looking at the big palette of shadows. Okay, which ones do I pair together? What looks good together? So I'm going to explain all of that today. So let's start off with my 3 rules of pairing eyeshadows together. Rule number 1, you always want to include a neutral. Now the reason for this is if you have a really bright color and you put it all over the lid, if you want to make it a little bit more wearable, you always want to have a neutral on hand to kind of tame it down. Now this isn't to say if you want to do a really crazy colorful look for an event, you can pair colorful ones together, but generally having a neutral with it makes the look more wearable. Rule number 2, always mix your finishes. Now eyeshadows come in 2 different finishes. There's a shimmery and there's a matte. You don't want to wear all shimmer because you're going to look like a disco ball. No one wants to look all shimmery from head to toe. If you wear all matte finishes, it can look a little bit flat. So you want to mix the 2, a shimmer and a matte finish in your look, so that way it's a complete look without being too much of one or the other. Rule number 3, try to use a light, medium, and dark color. So if I have a quad or just a few different shadows, let me try to pull some samples. Here's an example. So I have a light color, a medium, and a dark. If you have a mixture of these 3, you're going to have a just well-rounded look. There'll be lots of dimensions. Some parts will be dark and dramatic, some parts will be light. You want to have a mixture of the 3, that way you have a nice look that's put together. So let's go on to the best eyeshadows for blending. So for blending any eyeshadow look out, you need to have 2 shadows that are close to your skin color. You want a matte finish one, and you also want a shimmer. Now the matte finish one you're going to use under the brow bone to blend out any harsh lines. The shimmer shadow you're going to use to highlight under the brow bone or near the inner tear duct, just to make your eyes pop and be a little bit more vibrant. So let me show you the samples for the fair, medium, and dark skin. And I'm going to show you Makeup Geek shadows, but I'll show you what they look like, so if you can find something you already have, that will work too. For fair skin, you want something like Vanilla Bean, and you see how this is just a very kind of creamy white color. And then Shimma Shimma is a champagne color, and this is great for fair skin, so something kind of like that. You just need it to be close to your skin color. For medium skin, a matte finish one would be like Creme Brulee. It's just kind of a light tannish color. And then the shimmery version would be Purely Naked. And this one just has, a slight shimmer for it. And then for dark skin, depending on how dark you are, there's a couple options. You could do something like Latte, which is just a light brown. Or if you have very dark skin, you can do something like Cocoa Bear. This is like a warmish brown color, so this may work or not. You have to try it out and see for your skin type. And then the shimmer color, for darker skin, you need to have something a little bit more golden, because I'll show you here in a second. This is Glamorous. And now that looks beautiful on dark skin. But with dark skin, if you try to go in with something like Shimma Shimma, the champagne color, it's going to look kind of frosty, a little bit ashy. So something more golden, a little bit deeper, will be perfect for the inner tear duct, just to make the eyes pop. So that's your blending colors. Now let me explain to you how to put actual eyeshadow colors together to make some quads. So here I have a chart showing you different types of color combinations that you guys can put together. On this side, I have monochromatic looks. On this side, I have polychromatic. I know that sounds really technical, but let me explain. Monochromatic looks are where you take one color in varying shades and you do a look based off of just that color. So for example, here I have a pink look, and I have a light, a medium, and a dark. I put the dark out here, medium in the middle, and then a light color on the inner part, and kind of blend it together so you have an overall pink look. Down here, I have a traditional dark brown smoky eye, and that's where I take a dark brown, put it on the lid, a medium brown right in the crease, and then a light brown or a tannish color right above the crease to kind of blend it out. And this is just a very classic smoky eye. And then the bottom, I have a green look, and you put a light color all over the lid, and just on the outer part of the eye, you kind of wing it up a little bit. You put a medium here, and then right along the lash line, you smudge a darker color. So these are your monochromatic looks. Let me show you some quads that you guys can put together to give you examples of how to put a full look together. Right here I have a purple quad, and this is Wisteria, Sensuous, I think this is Duchess, and then Drama Queen. Do you see how in this quad I have a mixture of light to dark, and then I also have a mixture of finishes. So I have a couple shimmers on this side and a couple matte finishes. This makes a great monochromatic quad because you have a mixture and a good variety to do a complete look. And then all you have to do is, you know those blending colors I said earlier, so you can plop in, like my technical terms, just plop it in. You put in your highlighting color and your blending color, and this will give you a complete look just from this set. And you can do any of these techniques here on this side to create that look. Let me show you a couple other quads. This one is an all brown one. So this is our Vanilla Bean. Is that Vanilla Bean? No, Beaches and Cream. I'm sorry. Goddess, Cocoa Bear, and Bada Bing. And again, I have these two are shimmers and these two are matte. And I have a varying of light up to dark, so that makes a great quad. And then again, if you want to add a you know, your lighter shimmer color and your blending color, you have 6 colors basically. You can create tons of looks with just that quad. And then the last one here is a green one, and this is what I used for this bottom picture right here. Now this one here is Apple Teeny, Dirty Martini, Envy, and Corrupt. Corrupt is a black color. You can substitute that for your look because it's basically a neutral. So instead of a dark green, I put a black in there. But again, I have a couple shimmers, couple mattes, light up to dark. So that's how you would do your monochromatic. So let's go over the polychromatic looks. For the polychromatic looks, this is where you get to mix colors together. Now again, you need to have a gradient from light to dark, but it doesn't matter what colors you pair together. It really matters if you have a light, medium, and dark. So here I have a blue, a purple, and a pink, and then you just put the medium color here on the outer part of the eye, darken that outer V, and then you can blend the whole thing out with a lighter pink color. Here I have my tropical look. This one's really fun. This is where you put the light, medium, dark, but I have a light yellow, medium green, dark blue, kind of blend it together for a really fun kind of summer look. And then the bottom here, this is kind of like a purple smoky eye where you put a dark purple all over the lid, a medium pink in the crease, and then you can go around that with a nice kind of orange color, and that's a really fun kind of funky purple smoky eye look. So let me show you some quads for the polychromatic. This is more like my tropical one, and this is where you have your light yellow, your green, teal, and a blue. But do you see how I have a gradient from light to dark? And I also have a good mixture of shimmers and matte finishes. So these 3 are shimmers. This one's a matte finish. This is Yellow Brick Road, Pixie Dust, Poolside, and Neptune. This one is kind of my summer sunset look. And this one has Gold Digger, Chickadee, Razzleberry, and Bitten. And these 2 are shimmery. This is matte finish, and again, light up to dark. And then this last one, this one's really fun. This you could even wear during the day if you apply these lightly, the blue ones. But I have Homecoming, Latte, Sea Mist, and Peacock. And these are shimmery matte finish. I really like this one. I want to do a look with this quad because it's kind of a mixture between neutral and colorful look. But I hope that makes sense for you guys on the difference between monochromatic and polychromatic looks. It really doesn't matter what colors you put together. It really depends on, you know, having a light, a medium, a dark, how you blend them, how you apply. It's really just a matter of practicing and playing around with it. But hopefully these tips give you some ideas of what to work with. So go to makeupgeek.com. I'll have pictures of some cool looks put together for you guys, quads, information, all sorts of great information for you guys. So check that link below. But I hope you guys are doing great and staying happy and healthy like always. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.